We're going to, just to kind of go over the points, we're going to start with what we call the karate chop point. It's this edge of the hand right here. And the reason they call it karate chop is because you can do it like this. I don't. I tend to do it like this. It's a little simpler, using my power tools. So we go from this and we do a statement here. We call it the even though statement. Even though I have this issue, I still totally and completely accept myself. So in other words, what it's doing, it's helping the mind balance itself. It's saying, you know what, you got an issue, whatever the issue is, you're still okay because you got this issue. So it kind of helps balance the body. So we go from here, then we go up into the eyebrow points. We go to either one, doesn't matter, or both. I tend to sometimes do both. The side of the eyes, under the eyes, under the nose, on the chin, and then, however, on the collarbone, and either one, doesn't matter. And then we do this under the arm, and if it's sweaty, you can avoid this one. But you go about 4 inches down, kind of where the ribs start right here, and you tap there, and then top of the head. And then we may go down the hand and do the fingers, and we may even do the real funky part I like to do. And that's what we're going to have you hold your head still, and we'll do some things with the eyes, and we're going to do a little bit with our mouth, with our voice. That's really to help open up the brain. We want both sides of the brain opened up, the imagination side and the logic side both opened up to this, so it can bring that stuff up we need to have brought up. So that's the basic. This is the sequence that I showed you. If you go out into public with this and you're feeling stressed, like you say, you run into anxiety sometimes, you can use this, and I use it all the time. I tap all the time. I tap in my car, I tap wherever I run into stress. You don't have to look like a monkey doing it, with this. Because even though I like to do it, because it gets people like, what are you doing? Well, let me tell you. Come here. You can do simply rub, and a lot of times you can pick just one. Like this is I call it my emergency. Yeah. I call this my emergency spot, and to me it's my comfort spot. When I go through the tapping, this is the spot that always kind of feels a little bit more energetic or more better for me. So this is my kind of my emergency spot. So when I'm having a tough time with something and I don't want to go through all of this, I hit my little emergency spot and I just rub it. So rubbing can work too. And the nice thing about it, you can be sitting there talking to somebody. Really? In the back of your mind going, you're so full of it, buddy, And they don't even have a clue, that you're tapping them away, So, like I said, you can use that. And like I said, when you're really in that stressful place, it's really amazing how it works. It does help to lighten that load and bring it down pretty quickly. I do a thing called, and this might warp some of you up, but I do what I call surrogate tapping. I can actually use the energy I have, tap on me, and bring her down. And I've done it so many times, and I've done it to her, and I've done it to other kids, and mostly kids. I don't work with adults that way. Even though it'd be great, I should do it, maybe with my wife. But anyway, the big part of it, you can't have the angst towards the other person. You can't be angry at them, so that a lot of times with adults it doesn't work as well. But I can actually tap on myself for her and watch her energy come down. And a lot of times it's a matter of moments. And I've seen this at night. She used to go through these nights where she would just to the ceiling and just and I could, as long as I wasn't in it myself, I wasn't getting wrapped into that energy myself, I would tap, and within a few minutes she'd be down, quiet, sometimes falling asleep.